Well, hot dog, howdy y'all. It's me, the Shark Cowboy 220, coming back at you with another video. This video, my NFL season predictions, and let's just hop right into it. So, I'm gonna make this kind of rapid fire. I'm trying to make this a quick 2-3 minute video, just giving my quick picks and let's say my main reason for why I put them in each place. I know some of the logos are out of date, but hey, it is what it is. Let's just have some fun with it while we're here. So, let's start with the AFC East, and we'll go East, East, North, North. We'll go like that. So in first place, I do think the Bills will take it. Bills definitely the strongest team here. Very solid team all around. Great defense. Very good offense. Stefon Diggs was a great ad. I think they'll be better. So give me the Bills to finish first. In second place, I'm still take the Patriots. Um, Cam Newton will help that team be average at best, but overall their defense had 8 opt-outs. Stephon Gilmore didn't. So he's still going to provide a lot of problems for number one receivers. But in the end, I still think the Patriots are just going to struggle big time. And they're going to really suffer from Father Time taking them down and losing key players over time. And third, I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins. They had a great draft. Their defense definitely got better. Byron Jones was a great pickup for them. Overall, I think they're just going to be a better team. Getting Tua, it was nice. I don't know if it's him or Fitzpatrick starting the season. Still haven't heard. But I still think the Dolphins overall are going to have a pretty solid season. Definitely are going to be on the upbringing. Still need a couple years out from being in contention with first place. But I do think they have a solid season. And then last is the Jets. They're still very, very bad. Their defense has a lot of question marks. Sam Darnold, he's not that good. Le'Veon Bell's solid, but other than that, who can you name on that team that's pretty elite from the offense standpoint? Really, I don't think you really can. Well, with that being said, so I think Jets will finish last at around 5-11. I think they do squeak for 5 wins. Give me the Dolphins at 7-9, Patriots 8-8, and give me like a 10-6, maybe 11-5 Bills. With the NFC East, I am a Cowboys fan, so that be known. Won't try to be too biased with them. There's going to be some bias, but there won't be too many. I'll try to avoid that. But I do think the Cowboys take this division. We have a very, very solid front seven, great depth at the defensive line. Linebacking unit still one of the best in the league with Vander Esch, Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, especially if they can stay healthy. They have Brandon Carr, and Hawkland Dix will really help out the secondary and the deep end. Their offense with CeeDee Lamb is only better. I think they're going to be one of the better teams in the NFC. I do think they win their division. Second place will be the Eagles, of course. Their defense is pretty solid. Still have some question marks, but I think overall their defense will do just enough. They'll be the average in the league, the middle point of the league on defensive rating, in my opinion. Their offense is going to be pretty good as long as Wentz stays healthy. If Wentz gets injured, they're done. Good luck trying to win that division with an injured Wentz. You ain't going to do it. But they still have very, very good tight ends with Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, and I do think they'll squeak in that second place just behind Dallas this year. But it'll come down to that Week 16 game again. And third, give me the Giants. Danny Dimes, and he's going to do pretty good with that offensive field. Shepard and Golden Tate will do pretty good this year. Saquon Barkley, still one of the best running backs in the league. Their defense, I think, is a bit better than last year, but still a question mark for me. I do think they get third. And then you have the Washington football team. Don't know what, it's such a bad name. They're in the rebuild mode. They're still going to be one of the worst in the league. Straight up. They're going to be one of the worst in the league. So give me the Redskins at 3-13. I think they do get 3 wins, if that. A 6-10 Giants team that was competitive in a lot of their losses. They're not going to get blown out too much, but they're going to be competitive. Eagles at 9-7. I think they could squeak in, and then you have the Dallas Cowboys. I think at 11-5. I'm not going to go 12-4 like I've seen in other predictions, but I do think they get 11-5. AFC North. Ravens, I think, are going to get first. It's pretty clear. They're were the best team in the league last year for a reason. Very, very good offense, a very solid defense. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say about them being first. They're going to win that division, no problem. In second, I do think the Browns finished second this year. That I think that offense is going to gel a bit better. You got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Baker Mayfield. I think is going to have a bit better of a year. Odell and Jarvis Landry are very good together. I feel like as long as Odell can stay out of trouble, and we find that defense, I think will be solid. I don't think it's going to be one of the better ones in the league. I think it'll be solid enough and get them second. And third, I think Pittsburgh. They got Big Ben back. That offense still raises a question. Big Ben is very old still. He's definitely in the later stages of his career, so I don't think he's going to be anywhere as good as he has been in the past. He's definitely out of his prime. That defense is very good, though. They do have a good defense, so I think that's what's going to really help them and help them get competitive with that second spot for Cleveland. But I do think they just fall. And the Brown, no, my bad. I don't know why I said Browns. The Bengals are going to finish last. Joe Burrow is definitely a good pickup, but that team is still weak, in my opinion. They got to prove themselves to me, but they're going to finish last. So give me them at 5-11, a 7-9 Steelers team, at 8-8 Browns, and then a 13-3 Ravens. NFC North. Give me the Vikings first. My gut's telling me the Vikings are going to finish over the Packers. I do think Kirk Cousins is a pretty good quarterback. I don't think he's great, but I don't think he's decent or average. I do think he's pretty good. That defense, I think, is going to really, really have to carry them, and I think their defense will do pretty solid. Adam Thielen, I still think's a very, very solid receiver. He's definitely going to help out in getting Minnesota out of a lot of jams, I think. He's going to find a way to get open. But my gut's telling me Vikings first. And second, the Packers. They're going to come back down from their high last year. Rodgers is a good, of course, he's a great quarterback. I think he's good. I don't think he's out of his prime. My bad. I think he's out of his prime a bit, but I think this year they're going to come down a little. And third, I'm going to have the Bears. Their offense raises a lot of questions for me. Trubisky's bum, but we'll see how things go. And then the Lions fourth. Matthew Stafford being back is a huge help. They're going to be very competitive, but same thing. I think they're just going to struggle this in a lot of games and just lose out. So give me give me the Bears and Lions both being 7-9, but the Bears get the tiebreaker. Give me a 9-7 Packers and a 10-6 Vikings. That's what I think. AFC South. This one is going to be such a competitive division. Well, kinda. I think this one 1-3 could go either way. But I'm going to take Tennessee first. Tennessee had a good run last year. Derrick Henry's very solid. I like Derrick Henry. You have Ryan Tannehill who had a great season. That defense is still really solid, and I think they'll take the AFC South. And second, the Texans, who's going to take a step back. I think they're pretty solid. Their defense is pretty good, especially if they can stay healthy. Their offense, Deshaun Watson, who just got a contract extension earlier today, I believe. He will be I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's going to do well. Brandon Cooks being there. They got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, but getting Cooks, I think, is a huge help. But overall, I think they'll just squeak second. Colts, give me the Colts third. I think their defense will be good. Marlon Mack will have a very solid year. Doyle, I believe their tight end is. He'll do pretty solid. Phillip Rivers, he's a veteran. He didn't have a good year last year, but I think he does a bit better this year with his family that can complete a football team, basically. So Colts third and Jacksonville fourth. They're still rebuilding. But Gardner Minshew is a legend. Give me Jacksonville at 5-11. Give me a 7-9 Houston, an 8-8 Texans, and a 10-6 Titans. For the NFC South, I think Saints will get first. I think Tampa was overhyped. I'll get to them briefly. But I still think Saints are a very solid team all around. They got great weapons offensively and some playmakers defensively, and I think they'll get first. Even though they got Brady in the offseason, and he has great weapons in Evans and Godwin and so on, he's out of his prime. He did not look all that good last year. He did not look like one of the better quarterbacks in the league last year. But I still think he's a smart quarterback. He'll still make some good plays. Their defense will do just fine, and they'll get second. Falcons will get third. I don't think they're going to be as bad of a start as last year. I think they'll be a bit more consistent out of the gate. They might, but their first two games are really tough, but that'll really be a good test for them. I do think they get third. And then fourth is a rebuilding year for Panthers. Their whole offense is Christian McCaffrey. You take him out, you'll probably beat them. Or you slow him down, you'll beat them. So give me Panthers at 4-10, maybe 5-11. For No, 4-12. My bad. I don't know why I said 4-10. Give me a 8-8 Falcons team. Give me a 10-6 Buccaneers and a 10-6 Saints, but the Saints get the tiebreaker. I'll say that. Maybe 11-5. I think they'll both be 10-6. AFC West Chiefs, no doubt. Patrick Mahomes, one of the richest athletes in the world, with that $505 million contract. Damn, he's set for life. Heck, maybe even his kid will be set for life too. Jesus. But Chiefs, their offense is unreal. Their defense still has some question marks, but I think their offense will win shootouts. Look at me them first. In second, I'm gonna have to take the Raiders. I feel like they're pretty solid all around. Nothing's too great, but I think they'll get second in the division that's kind of weak. In third is the Broncos. Their defense took a huge hit in losing Von Miller for like 3 months to the whole season. That's a huge hit. Drew Lock, the offense rides on him. If he does good, the offense will be good. If he's bad, good luck having a good offense. Yeah, you guys aren't going to score many points. So give me Broncos third and the Chargers fourth. I can't remember who their safety was, but they lost him for a season. That's a huge blow. Justin Herbert, I think he'll do okay. He's not going to be anything standout though in his first year, and I just don't know how the Chargers would do it. But give me the Chargers at 6-10, a 7-9 Broncos, 8-8 Raiders, and 11-5 Chiefs team. And finally, the NFC West, which I think is going to be one of the most competitive divisions out of all the NFL this year. Give me in first place the Seahawks. I think all around they're a good team. Russell Wilson's great. Chris Carson, Tyler Lockett, really good. Their defense, nowhere near as good in the past, but I still think they'll get enough done. In second, give me the Niners. They have some injuries to start out of the gate, which I think is going to hurt in the long run. But overall, they'll still be pretty solid, and I think they'll get second. Third, the Cardinals. Their offense has gotten much better, especially with DeAndre Hopkins, who they extended for a couple more years. Their defense is pretty solid. The offense is going to be really good this year, and I think they'll get third in a top-heavy division. And then last is the Rams, who I think take a step back again. They have some really talented players, but all that cap hit from that Super Bowl run is really hurting them now, and I think we're going to see it throughout this year. So give me the Rams at 7-9. Honestly, give me a 8-8 Cardinals. Could easily be 9-7 and could sneak in. Give me 9-7 Niners. I think injuries hurt them. I think they're on a high from Super Bowl that they're gonna come down from. So the Seahawks give me I'll say 10-6. I feel like they're gonna just lose out a few games this year, but I think Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals, Rams. So overall, those are my division predictions. I'll go into playoff predictions maybe later in the season, like midway and at the end. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you for my week 1 and so on predictions down in the future. Have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you later.